Conspiracy for Dummies. I have no idea what I should say on this topic because someone requested me to talk on this topic. They said literally, please make a vlog on conspiracy for dummies. It's a cool suggestion. So I only have one way to go and to expose conspiracy. And first of all, we need to find out how can we identify when something is a conspiracy. And this is not where we look at the information outside of ourselves. It's where we have to look inside of ourselves. How? If there's anything in this world that captures your attention and it makes you spiral in a way where you can't see anything else except that one thing that you're focusing on, you are just focusing on it, then it's a con. It's conning you to spiral inwards and to not see. It's a conspiracy. That's what a conspiracy is. So I'm not saying you shouldn't look at 9/11 videos. I'm not saying you shouldn't look at UFO identifying videos. I'm not saying you shouldn't look at a shooting thing that occurred. I am simply saying that conspiracy is about you. There can be millions of streams of information coming in over the internet, newspapers, from people that you hear gossiping. There can be many things that captures our attention. And for a moment, we must realize that it could only capture our attention because there's already something within us that it could hook onto. So it's not about now you're seeing for a long time something spiraling around the internet and everyone just keeps talking about it. And then 10, 20 years later, they're still talking about it. They are still trying to figure out what happened or how it happened. Now, then you know that person is trapped in a spiral. That spiral is where they have conned themselves with consciousness. So they are in a snake position, which is the consciousness. All right, it sounds like a snake speaking. So when you are seeing information on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Reddit, wherever it is, about something that happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago, and people have been talking it for a very long time, and there is no solution yet, there's no practical way forward yet with that information, then what do you know? It was a con, and it's spiraling. It's all it does, it's spiraling all the time, so people can't see, so you have a conspiracy. It's really that simple. If you are locked into information, knowledge information, that always makes you spiral into it. You just keep going and you get hypnotized, all right? And when you're hypnotized by information, you're conned. When you're conned, you can't see. And if you can't see, what is it that you're not seeing? You're not seeing reality. You're not seeing that focusing on UFOs for 20, 30 years is pointless because nothing changed. Focusing on 9/11 till today, nothing has changed. All right, because you are the one that's supposed to be changing. You are the one that's supposed to take action in your day-to-day living. Focusing on exposing a conspiracy or exposing something that happened for so long ago is pointless. It has been proven that everyone almost knows 9/11 was an inside job. Did people change? No, because the change needs to happen inside. It has become entertainment to con ourselves into information and knowledge that exists in this world, to go into a hypnotic state about that knowledge information and to focus on that knowledge information as if we're going to uncover some magical code or something. But it never happens. That's the con of conspiracies. That's the spiraling of this knowledge information, and therefore we can't see. If we had to remove every single thing that's been classified as a conspiracy on the internet, we will have freedom to start focusing on what we can actually do. It's cool to have something for a moment shown, like 9/11. Yeah, cool, I see the planes, I see what happened, cool information. Then you have to drop that knowledge information and you have to now see, who am I going to be? How am I going to live? How am I going to change? And not to be influenced by that knowledge information to drive you in an anger, a rage, a revenge, or some energetic form that pushes you to want to attack, fight, or even rebel against something, because that never works and that will never work. So conspiracies has only created angry people. It has only created people that makes revolutions that goes nowhere. Conspiracies have created people that is depressed and don't want to live this life. Conspiracies have influenced people with no willpower yet to such a degree that it has become their life mission to no end. Remember, you live in a system where everything is controlled, even conspiracies. The fact that you can hear about a conspiracy, it was planned. You are spiraling in that con and they're keeping you there. They're keeping you hooked like a fly on a trap. And they are laughing, the people that is controlling the system. Because look, everyone, I mean, if you have millions of people, as an example, that's aware 9/11 is an inside job, and this information is going crazy on the internet. Why is the presidents of America not saying, please stop looking at 9/11, it isn't a inside job, we have facts? When I can see millions of people are concerned about this, why does the people in charge never address these points, these conspiracies that causes anxiety, that causes fear, that causes a lot of shit in people, and to stabilize the people by clarifying or taking on the information? Because they don't give a shit. They know it's entertaining you the same way as Soapy is entertaining you. And that's what they want. Even if it is real, they don't care. It doesn't affect them. Even if real people died, even if real horrific scenes took place, as long as it keeps you entertained for a very, very long time in a spiraling conspiracy, so that you can't see that you are the key to changing reality. Because that's what's really here. That's you, your life, your daily living. How are you changing? And I mean, you have people going nuts, like flat earthers. Oh my God. You have so many things that distract human beings on this planet just so that we don't focus on ourselves. It's cool to have the argument or to have a moment of information, but let it go after you've seen it. Holding on to it for months, years, decades is pointless. It hasn't changed anything. I mean, there's still conspiracies from Egyptian times running around. All right? It's how they keep us busy at any cost, so that we never focus on ourselves. So, conspiracy for dummies. It's a con, it's a spiral, so you can't see every single time. And it's not even about the information or about a certain conspiracy that's labeled as conspiracy. It's about what you are giving attention to that becomes the conspiracy. Because you can watch cute kittens on the internet, and that can become a conspiracy because it's conning you to spiral into it and focus on it for decades and not seeing reality. It can be videos on fish swimming in a pond and you get obsessed with it. How are they swimming? How are they doing it? And you can be focusing on it for 50 years. Any knowledge information that captures your attention to where you spiral into it, where it becomes hypnotizing, where that's all you start seeing and focusing on, that's a conspiracy. Because you're looking for something. You're trying to divert the attention from yourself into something else. And that's where we lose ourselves. And then you have people that come together and agree on these spiraling cons, and they all can't see together reality, and they believe that there is a magical pot at the end of figuring out this conspiracy that's going to magically change the world. People's going to wake up and magically see things. As long as we're blind inside ourselves, as long as we can be conned by information, knowledge information, and spiral into that knowledge information and focus on that knowledge information as if that's going to change the world, we can't change anything. Alright, that is my conspiracy for dummies. Thank you very much for watching. This is Gian. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and see you around. Take care. Bye bye.